A very good afternoon to all of you. This is Vijay, and I am here today in a series of talk with all of you regarding as how you have to approach the exam of NIFT on Sunday, that is 19th of January 2020. Friends, in the last video, I talked about the winning leap, which is all about having a different approach toward your exam that will give you an extra edge as compared to the other aspirants in the NIFT. And I talked about some of the aspects in general ability test. So continuing the same, today I just want to talk about approach towards your creative ability test. And this why I'm talking about creative ability test, because I thought of sharing you my experience. I thought of sharing you my analysis of the students' work over a period of years when they are attempting their mock test in our institute. And one a very strange, or I'll say a very good thing that happens with this student is that whatever marks they score here in mock test, now almost 98 to 99% of those students would be scoring around the same kind of marks in their NIFT entrance exam. And studying the pattern and analyzing the way they are doing this paper and analyzing what was the factor that give them success as compared to other students, I have figured out 5 important factors which I feel strongly that these were the winning leap, that these were the different approach which they have did, which gave them that extra edge. तो चलिए हम लोग वो डिस्कस करते हैं आज. फ्रेंड्स, सबसे पहले you all know that NIFT question paper in creative ability test is generally having 3 questions, right? It can happen, don't be surprised if the number of questions would be 4, or maybe I feel a very small chance, I'll say negligible chance that the number could be more than 4. But if I consider the previous year's question paper of creative ability test, I strongly feel that there will be 3 questions of drawing. Now ये बहुत important factor है. देखिए, जब आपके पास 3 question है, okay, that means they all are of equal important. क्योंकि अगर एक क्वेश्चन 40 का है तो सेकंड विल बी 30, थर्ड विल बी 30. Now it cannot happen that one question would be 10, another question will be 30 and another question would be say 60 marks. So ये एक रिस्क भी है और एक बहुत अच्छी बात भी है. Now why I'm telling you risk is that क्योंकि if the questions would have been distributed, if the numbers would have been distributed among large number of question, right, तो हर एक क्वेश्चन का वेटेज थोड़ा थोड़ा कम हो जाता है. सो यू कैन हैव अ लिबर्टी कि ठीक है 10 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन मेरा खराब हो गया बट आई हैव डन 50 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छा किया मैंने, या मेरा 15 मार्क्स वाला क्वेश्चन थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया बट 30 मार्क क्वेश्चन आई हैव डन टू द फुल एक्सटेंट. तो एक आपके पास देयर इज अ फैक्टर विच बैलेंस दिस योर अटेम्प्ट. बट इन निफ्ट सिंस ऑल द पेपर आर कैरिंग ऑलमोस्ट इक्वल मार्क्स, सो यू कैन नॉट happen to miss any of the question first. So अगर आपने एक क्वेश्चन छूट भी गया तो आप ये समझो that you are out of race before your paper is being submitted for assessment. तो please don't miss any of the question. और उसको ensure करने के लिए what you can do is that when a paper comes to you, right, first do all your pencil work. आपको स्केच करना, आपको ड्राइंग करना है, आपको इलस्ट्रेट करना है. आप एक ही गो में आप तीनों क्वेश्चन को पहले अटेम्प्ट कर लो. एंड आई जनरली फील दैट 30 to 35 minutes is a sufficient of time to do one question, right? तो अगर आप 35 मिनट लगा के भी तीनों क्वेश्चन करते हैं, so that means you still have more than an hour left with you for coloring, right? And जहाँ पे mandatory है, and wherever there is mandatory, you all know that you have to color it, right? But since you also have to understand that if some question is of 30 or 40 marks, then you have to think from your own end also that what should I do to make my drawing acceptable to the assessor और मेरे को वो बोले कि आई विल चेक इट आउट ऑफ 40 मार्क्स, right? So you have to have that feeling, you have to have that gut feeling that what are the extra elements or the extra thing that I could do in my drawing which can capture the attention of the assessor, and then he becomes obliged to give me more marks. तो पहला पॉइंट तो ये है आपके साथ. सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, I have seen during the assessment of lot of the question paper and while talking to student also, that you read the question, okay, but it happens that maybe out of curiosity, out of anxiousness or out of the feeling, wow feeling कि यार ये question तो मुझे आता है, okay, you tend to skip the element that is being asked in the question. जैसे कि मान लो एक आपको क्वेश्चन आता है, so I'll take an example of a very recent event that was restrictions of communication and the movement of the people in Jammu and Kashmir post abrogation of Article 370. Okay, so design a poster based on this fact. So अभी क्या है, आपके पास एलिमेंट्स हैं. क्या एलिमेंट्स हैं? रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑफ मूवमेंट, रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑफ द कम्युनिकेशन, आर्टिकल 370, एंड ऑफ कोर्स जब आपके पास आर्टिकल 370 आ गया तो ऑफ कोर्स you all should have that kind of sense that this article 370 was removed from Jammu and Kashmir. So that means I have got 4 elements that is mandatory for me to show in my drawing. नहीं तो examiner, why will he give me marks? You are trying to getting me कि why will he give me marks, right? This is the mandatory. इसके अलावा अगर मैं कुछ भी डालूंगा इसके अंदर में, वट एवर न्यू थिंग आई कैन ऐड, यू कैन ऐड इट, बिकॉज आई सेड दैट यू आर सेइंग टू द असेसर, सी बॉस आपने मुझे 40 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन दिया है, मैंने आपने जो बोला तो मैंने वो किया है, बट दिस इज द न्यू थॉट प्रोसेस विच आई हैव एडेड फ्रॉम माई ओन एंड दिस इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. नाउ दैट व्हाट आई कॉल अ क्रिएटिव एलिमेंट. क्रिएटिविटी मीन्स डूइंग the same thing. Creativity doesn't mean doing new things, okay? Always, I'll not say, yes, it may be doing new thing, but may not always be doing the new thing, but doing the same thing in a different way, but in a appealing way, okay? बहुत लोग कहते हैं कि आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स होना चाहिए, राइट? बॉस, आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स कुछ नहीं होता है, सब विद इन द बॉक्स होता है. You know why I'm saying within the box? Because whatever you will execute, whatever creative idea you will execute because of your experiences, because of your learnings, because of your knowledge that you have gained over a period of time. तो जो आपने knowledge over the period of time gain किया है, उसको आप जो एलिमेंट आपसे पूछा गया है, उस एलिमेंट के अलावा आपने क्या ऐड किया है जो कि उस क्वेश्चन को सप्लीमेंट करेगा, और आप असेसर को बोलेगा कि सी बॉस, आई हैव डन समथिंग न्यू विच अदर डिडंट हैव डन, सो प्लीज गिव मी मोर मार्क्स. सो creating an acceptance for your drawing has to be your endeavor. Please keep it in mind. Creativity is something creating an impact in the eyes of beholder. Okay, so this is the point you should remember. So please put all the elements that is being asked in the question. Don't miss out any of the element. You can anytime add more of the element that comes what we call out of the box. तीसरा important point यहाँ पे ये है that whenever you do a sketch or a drawing, sometimes it happens that your mind is saying something, and when you try to execute, there are some of the gap between your thought, between your drawing. It can happen. So in order to bridge that gap, वो आपका gap जो बन गया है उसको bridge करने के लिए always advisable that to write at least some keywords beneath the space provided for the drawing, not inside the box but outside the box. Write around 7 to 8 keywords that highlight your drawing, saying to the assessor indirectly, see boss, this is the thing I have tried to draw, so please look my drawing with respect to the words that I have mentioned here. So that will make the life of an assessor very easier, and trust me, he'll be the most happiest person because you have again gone that extra mile to explain your artwork. This is known as the pain you are taking to create a capture or to create an impression of your drawing in the eyes of beholder, and the beholder is of course the assessor in this case. Now why I'm telling you this is out of my personal experience, because I remember one of my students, she was not good at drawing, not at all if you say technically, but she was highly creative, and sometimes when you try to do a lot of creative things, you try to sometimes to the assessor he is not able to connect to your ideas. So it happened with her, she drawn something in NIFT, but strangely her ranking was 6,000, but the good part was she cleared NID and she is in NID now. So she said and asked me, sir, ye kaise hua? So I said, see, you have explained in NID paper your ideas, the assessor was able to connect to it, he gave you marks. But NIFT mein connect nahi kar paaye. So maybe that was the gap that was there. So please remember to have a keyword, right? Last thing, please mention the ideation or the brainstorming that you are having in mind while you try to analyze that question. होता क्या, जब पेपर आपके पास आता है during 5 to 10 minutes you are in a dilemma, should I make this, should I make that, this is the ideation I am having, I want to put this also, I am to put this also, I am to put this also. Prioritize your ideation, right? And when you just having that ideation, it is always advisable, let the assessor also know ना कि आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है भाई, आप क्या क्या चीज़ें बनाने चाह रहे हो, आपने से इसमें से कौन सा चीज़ आपने चूज़ किया, और चूज़ करने के बाद आपने उसको एग्जीक्यूट किया. ट्रस्ट मी, ही विल बी द मोस्ट हैप्पीएस्ट पर्सन, एंड दिस डेफिनेटली शोज योर कॉन्फिडेंस ऑल्सो. बिकॉज हमेशा क्रिएटिव पेपर में ये होता है, आप बनाना कुछ और चाहते हो, ड्यू टू योर कंफर्ट जोन आप चले कहीं जाते हो और रिजल्ट कुछ और आता है. द बेस्ट थिंग इज सेइंग टू द असेसर, सी बॉस, ये चीज़ें मेरे दिमाग में थी और उसमें से ये चीज़ें मैंने बनाई और मैंने उसका रिजल्ट आपके सामने प्रोड्यूस कर दिया. Okay, so that is a very genuine application of your thought process, and definitely it will give you an extra edge. So don't forget to write or scribble some of the brainstorming word that is coming in your mind while you are analyzing and thinking कि आपको पेपर में करना क्या है. Fourth point, boss, don't look here and there. This is the worst thing that anybody can do. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि ये एक आपका ethics की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं. Of course it is unethical, but more than unethical, it happens that when you just start looking here and there, sometimes the student sitting near to you, उसका आइडिया आपको अचानक से अपील करने लगे और आपको अपने आइडिया के ऊपर डाउट होने लगे. एंड द वर्स्ट थिंग यू कैन डू इन क्रिएटिव पेपर इज टू स्टार्ट डाउटिंग योर वर्क. So the best thing is, don't look here and there. You have a question paper, you did a brainstorming, then out of this brainstorming you have come to your execution part. When you have executed it, you have explained it to the assessor. Now this is the best you can do, and trust me, if you do this, you will definitely bound to get marks. Don't use sketch pen. Sketch pen are used for the novice. Novice means the beginner here. So please don't tell to the assessor, see boss, देखो मैं तो अभी ड्राइंग सीख रहा हूँ, तो मुझे ड्राइंग नहीं आता, मैं स्केच पेन यूज़ कर रहा हूँ. नो, पेंसिल इज योर बेस्ट टूल, पेंसिल कलर इज योर बेस्ट टूल. अप्लाई इट टू द मैक्सिमम इम्पैक्ट. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट टेक्निकलिटीज. You all know what to draw, how to draw, what are the kind of coloring you have to do, what kind of proportion, what kind of perspective, you all know this, right? So have a faith in you, give your best shot, keep this point in mind, have a belief in yourself and say, whatever I am doing it to the best of my ability. Nobody can test my ability. I don't need anybody work to have my inspiration should not be anybody works. My inspiration should be my own idea, my own thought process, my own execution, and at the end of the day you should be satisfied that whatever you have done to your best of the ability. And I strongly feel you will definitely find an impact that when you do all these questions as per the time I have told you, as per the pattern I have asked you to do, definitely it will give you an extra edge. So with these words, I again wish you a best of luck. And in case you want any more clarification, any more you want to have a talk to me, my number is mentioned. You can go there, you can go to comment section, and of course I wish you all the best. Hope you all will come with the flying colors and say cheers. Thank you.